What's up, homegirl? Welcome back to the channel, Stacks from Scratch. I'm really glad to have you here with me today. I want you to tune in and don't go anywhere. Before you click off this video, you need to make sure that you have written down or at least memorize some of these steps that's going to help you or somebody that you love, because today I'm going to give you some secrets into how you can pay your rent. If you're struggling to make it and you need to pay your rent, I'm going to give you some quick money ideas that you can turn into quick cash. And I'm also going to be giving you some resources on rental assistance that can help you pay your rent when you're struggling or you're getting behind or facing eviction. I know this is a tough situation to talk about. I'm going to do my best to keep it lighthearted, but I have to give you this information so that you don't lose money constantly trying to find somewhere to live for you and your family, and so that you're not losing money paying hotels and living in the streets. Okay, so homegirl, it is me. Yes, this is her in the flesh, Mrs. Latoya Slater. And you know, if you've been here before, you can just call me Toya. And I'm so glad to have you on this couch today. Now, turn your volume up, tune in, because I don't want you to miss a single word of what I'm about to say. Yes, these tips are for women that's living in Memphis or Shelby County. Even if you're not from Memphis and you're living in the South, maybe, you still want to tune in, because these companies might branch out with different names or different program types. But you'll be able to use some of this information some kind of way, and I know it's going to be helpful for somebody. Number one, let's get right into it. Okay, number one, if you are facing eviction and you're behind on your rent due to COVID-19 or another financial setback, MERA, write that down, Memphis Emergency Rental Assistance Program, could be a lifeline for you. It will help you with your rent, utility, and it will cover up to 12 months of overdue payments of rent. This is just a quick option for you to help stay in the house that you're in when you being told you're getting ready to be evicted. In times it's tough, you don't know where you're going to be, you're not expecting to see the money. You need to look up MERA if you're in Memphis to see if you could qualify. Don't hesitate, go ahead and do it now. Okay, I know the pressure, I know how it feels to be facing going to court for your place of shelter. So go ahead, look them up and see if you can qualify. Now, you can apply online on their website, or you can call a hotline. I don't have the hotline number, but I know you can research and find it. I really wish I had it here with me. So I have to be transparent with you about this. I did ask chat to look up some places for me, but here's the deal. Some of these places I have personal accounts and experience with, so I'm glad to be able to give you the information. No matter where it's coming from, it still can help you. Now, number two, this is a place that I had to use before myself. It's called the Shelby County Emergency Rental Assistance. Now, if you're in Shelby County, this is a program designed to help you pay the overdue rent and utilities. And here's the thing, when I reached out to them, I was on my way to court, but they took so long to get back to me. By the time they did, I had already been evicted and was living in a hotel. So they ended up sending me a check to cover about 8 months worth of rent, which totaled up to about $4,500 or something. And I was able to take that check and use it as a deposit. In fact, I could have used it for anything. It was just a check, and I cashed it at Tony's Market and used the cash to reassert us in a new place. So this program will help you if you meet the criteria. So you need to get online and look up the Shelby County website for the Emergency Rental Assistance Program. Okay, and you can also try to locate a number on them This program is going to help households that's been affected by the pandemic or other financial issues. Okay, if you have still having problems because of the pandemic, they will help you. So reach out to them. I was able to get some help through them myself. Next, you got United Way. This is number 3 for you. Write that down. United Way of the Mid-South. This is a place that's going to give you rental assistance money. Now, it's a great resource for this. They partner with other organizations in Memphis like MIFA, and they offer support to people, but you have to already have a eviction notice. An eviction notice, I'm sorry. And they can help you connect to different programs too through United Way. So don't hesitate, get them a call. I know it gets discouraging because when we get in these situations, we hear no so much. It gets tiring. We get tired of reaching out, asking for help, and we start getting creative on our own, which may not always lead us in the right direction. So I'm pleading to you to at least give this a chance. Don't give up so easily. Don't get so angry because you got to be on hold. Don't get so angry because it's taking them a couple days to get back to you. I'm urging you to be patient with these type of programs because something in it is valuable and will, if you qualify, it will help you. So I'm asking you to be patient and be understanding with yourself, okay? And not be so demanding. Okay, we know these places are put in place to support causes like what we be going through, but don't be so disgruntled and demanding when you're reaching out, because again, you're dealing with human beings, okay? And we don't want to shed an awful light that make people not want to help us. So if you face an eviction or you need help with your rent, you should have a very humble attitude. Next, on United Way, I want you to reach out to them in Memphis if you need financial assistance. They might be able to guide you or navigate a plan for you to help your situation for the long term. Okay, and you can call them, and I do have a number for them. United Way number is 901-433. Let's see, 4300. 4300, and check out the website as well, okay, because you might be able to apply on there. Next, number 4, if you need money fast and you can't get one of these programs to help you quick enough, because like I told you, they took a long time when they helped me a few years ago, and that was I was already got the boot by the time they reached out with the money. So if you can't wait on them, I want you to consider taking a loan, and I'm gonna give you, this is number 4, I'm giving you Speedy Cash and Main Street Financial. These are 2 different loan offices that I have had good luck with and was easy to pay back and was given to me in 24 hours. So I would advise you, if you haven't already used Speedy Cash or Main Street Financial as a loan, reach out to them. Get online. You can apply online. The money will be in your account the next morning, and then you can make some moves. Okay, so if you cannot get the assistance you need from the government programs that I'm talking about, try Speedy Cash. Try to get the fast money. Okay, and you know you don't have a way to you're not expecting any money to come in, and you don't have a way to get up the cash, try to consider taking a loan. I know it's a long shot, but you can get out there, give it a try, and you might surprise yourself and get more than what you need to keep the house. You might be able to do some extra things that will keep you going, and you might be able to pay it up a couple of times. Okay, now these loans are quick to access, but keep in mind they usually do come with a high interest rate because they are so easy to get. Okay, so only use them if it's absolutely last resort, and make sure you check the terms that you repaying this on. Okay, it's gonna make a big difference for you with your credit. So I'm not advising you to go out here and do something quick that's gonna mess you up, but if you face an eviction, this might be an alternative for you. Okay, number 5, Chad put on here the Salvation Army. I'm gonna just explain this. They have helped a lot of people. I am sure, in Memphis and Shelby County. And they do have emergency financial assistance programs, and they do have shelter for you when you're struggling and can't pay the rent. Okay, they'll provide a one-time financial assistance according to their program with your rent or your utilities, and they can connect you with other community resources that's out there. Okay, now they might be available to help you out during tough times, but I did go to them before, and they have never been able to help me. In fact, their shelter program is biased. You cannot bring boy children. If you have been evicted and you need a roof for the night, they'll house you and your female children, but your boy and male children will be sent down the street to a different shelter. And I don't know if that would suit you. I'm not judging you. If that's a way you got to do it, may God bless you, do it. But I was not willing to separate with my sons, so I did not take them up on their program. They also asked me if I was on drugs. They did, and I went to them asking for a place to sleep for the night. They told me they had a rigorous program where they was going to ask me a lot of questions, and they asked me if I was on drugs. So the Salvation Army might be a place that can help you out during your tough times, and if you want to, you can reach out to them in Memphis at 901-323-3866, or just get on the website, and I think you can even apply online. Okay, so now let's get into the rent apps. This is the new way, the modern way, where we can go around MIFA and all these different programs. They're so accustomed to these situations that they don't really have the enthusiasm that we're looking for when we desperate in need of help. So I found out about apps that will help you pay your rent or even pay a deposit for you to get into a place. No lie, and I have used this. Okay, I can give you my hand that this is true, and it works, and it costs you nothing to. I think it cost $15 for me to get the rental assistance I needed, which it wasn't rental assistance. They paid a deposit for me. I paid the first month rent, and they paid a deposit for me of almost $1,000, and I had to pay that back at $15 a month. It was added on to my rent, and that. Before you get the money, before they pay the deposit for me, I had to pay $15 as a I don't know what, some kind of fee, insurance fee. That's what it was, an insurance fee, and they paid the $900 and some deposit I needed, and I paid the first month, and I was in, and I had no problems with this company. The company is called Rhino, Rhino. Now, the only thing about apps like this, they don't work with every housing company, and they do not work with private landlords that I know of. So do a little research on Rhino and look up some other apps that's just like Rhino, because they will allow you to skip paying your security deposit when you need to hurry up and sign a lease. Or you might need to pay a small monthly fee to cover the deposit, but they gonna make it easier for you to move into a place, okay, without the burden of paying that first month rent, last month rent, and deposit. It gets a little rigorous for us, even with couples. So Rhino is a good place. It's available in Memphis, but not for every apartment or every housing company. So you will need to ask the companies, do they accept Rhino? And most of them do now, okay? And this will make renting a lot more affordable for us. And it's not the only option. It's other apps and companies that's similar to Rhino that will help you with rent payments and securing your deposit and getting into a house faster. And another app is called Bilt, B-I-L-T, Bilt Rewards. They allow you to earn points on your rent payment, and they even allow you to earn points things like traveling and upgrades in your house. Check that app out, Bilt. Next is Lessen, L-E-S-S-E-N, Lessen. This is a great app that lets you make small monthly payments toward a security deposit instead of paying the whole thing up front. Okay, this can be super helpful if you're in a crunch, ladies, and you try to keep the bag going and stay secure at the same time and stay stable at the same time. Check out these apps. They are more modern and they have more favor with a lot of rental companies. Number 3, you could try Rental Karma. Rental Karma. That's KHARMA. Karma. And if you're looking for a way to boost your score, they'll be perfect for this, okay? Because Rental Karma reports all your rental payments to the credit bureaus, and it allows you to pay the rent on a schedule. Like, if you don't want to pay your rent on the 1st every month, you hook up with Rental Karma and say, let me pay my rent on the 15th every month. Ain't that cool? I know. And I'm giving this information for you so that you don't find yourself out in the cold with nowhere to turn and no way to get any financial help when you're trying to work and pay the bills and keep a roof over the head for you and your loved ones. Here's another one. Clear Now. Clear Now. And they made it like one word. Clear Now. CLEAR, capital NOW. And Clear Now will help you pay your rent on a weekly or bi-weekly instead of monthly. They break it down. I know, they never had none of this back in the day. We living in a golden time. This is a great option, and especially when you need more control over when and how many times you want to pay up on your rent. Next is Apartment List, and I'm gonna stop right there. I got a ton of these, but Apartment List, this will help you. Why not download these kind of apps? Okay, now this is Apartment List is not a rental payment app, okay, but it lets you search for apartments. They have options like Rhino, Lessen, Rental Karma. So if you can download that app, you'll be doing the thing. You're doing your thing then. You're doing your thing, because when you download that app, you get a list of all apartments that will cooperate with you with a modern app like these, okay? Oh, I know. I have been there. Oh, I told you I'm on Mall Speaks. And I have been in situations where, the money just wasn't coming in fast enough. I've been in situations where I had the money and wanted to move, but wanted to use the money to move instead of paying the rent right here, and couldn't figure this thing out. But now we have a lot of resources, y'all, that are willing to work for us. But I want you to be careful. Start exploring these options, but just make sure you read the terms carefully and cautiously before you sign up for anything, okay? Okay, now let's move on. I want to give you some final tips. If you face an eviction or you having a hard time coming up with their rent money, this is what you're gonna do if you go to court and they say you are being evicted, and they give you only 10 days to move or 30 days to move. In my case, it was 10. Okay, don't panic. That's number one. I want you to not panic and realize that every problem comes with a solution. Okay, if you've already been to court and they give you 10 days to move, calm down. It's scary, it's overwhelming, it feels like you got a lot to do, but there's still ways to stay on top of things, even if you got to go ahead and move. Okay, first I want you to find a temporary shelter that you can go to in 10 days, at least for 3 nights. Okay, look into your local shelters. Like I told you, Salvation Army is a good place, even though they will separate the boys from the girls. It might work for you. Maybe you only have girls, I don't know. Okay, but check with them. In places like MIFA, they offer people who are in domestic abusive relationships or marriages, they'll house you quicker. Okay, and depending on what space they have available, they can also offer case management, to stay with you until you get a permanent house. Okay, next I want you to look at some short-term rentals. If you're working and you making money every week or every 2 weeks, look at an Airbnb. Reach out to them. They might be able to work something out with you. Also, Craigslist is a good place that you can check, because sometimes they offer short-term rentals and places that can help you find a place. They have the hotels now that you pay by the weekly rates. That helps out a lot. So that's the first thing I want you to do. Find some temporary shelter. Next is start looking for some short-term rentals. And then I want you to look for some housing assistance programs. 901memphis.gov. Check them out. They've helped me before too during COVID. 901memphis.gov. Okay, they just came to mind. So I want you to check them out, and they will help you find a place to stay. Or matter of fact, they will send you a check. They sent me a check. They will send you a check. And this is not the same place I was talking about before in the video. This is a different place. Yeah, I have been evicted more than once. So that place helped us out and gave us a check for $2,500, and they helped us pay a first month rent and deposit to get into a new spot. So I want you to stay calm. Do not panic. Don't start cussing at the kids and getting angry with everybody and being frustrated, because that's not going to serve you. And we're more mature now, so we handle things differently. So I want you to look into those programs. And finally, if you choose to, talk to your landlord. No matter what, don't be afraid to explain your situation. Sometimes they will help. Now, while we know that these programs do not always work for everyone, okay, they can say they out of funds, or maybe you don't meet the requirements. I'm not sure, but all I'm trying to do is make sure that you have an open mind and some resources that you can fall back on if you find yourself in one of these situations. I love y'all so much. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Join the community. Stacks from Scratch is moving up. And look, we won't be taking invites for long, so come on in while you can. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all on the next video.
Subscribe now. Subscribe now.